So hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Haven't we seen each other somewhere before?
I don't think so. I'm not sure I'm seeing you now. It must be something I ate.
Not telling you what I had for breakfast or anything like that, or like what I had for lunch or how my day went. Let's get right into it. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Uncharted the movie. When I decided to go watch this Uncharted movie, I'm a gamer. I love games on PS4. I've been playing them a lot, and I haven't played any Uncharted games. I've seen like bits and pieces here, walkthroughs.
Well.
It's cute.
What?
Because it's a well.
But I see, like all the video games that have been turned into movies so far, it's been like hit or miss. And there's been some that like sucked. Like, Assassin's Creed or like Monster Hunter with Mila Jovovich and Ron Perlman, who had this sporting a Goku hairdo from Dragon Ball Z. Track record hasn't been really too good for video games turned into movies. But let me tell you, I had low expectations going into watching Uncharted the movie, even with Tom Holland and, Mark Wahlberg and blah, 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 Antonio Banderas. This movie was a pleasant surprise. It was a pleasant surprise. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I had so much fun watching this movie in the cinema. It was a pleasure to watch. It was like, it had a good story, it had a good plot, it had good cinematography, good direction. All the characters, all the actors could act, and it had fairly good dialogue. I mean, it could have used a little bit more spice or a little bit more oomph.
Well. Get it? Because it's a well. Sully, you stole your joke.
A little bit more comedy. I mean, they're all like Mark Wahlberg has no comedic timing. The man, he has no sense of humor. He's a good action star. Yeah, he's good in like car chases and fights and, shooting guns and stuff. But as far as doing comedy, no. Everything else, was terrific. This movie was so good, it's hard to describe. It's got a little bit of The Goonies.
Guys, this map is old news.
It's got a little bit of Cocktail with Tom Cruise. It's got a little bit of Sahara with Matthew McConaughey. Part Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Son of a bitch.
It's part National Treasure. It's got a little touch of James Bond to it.
Shocking.
Tom Holland. He is going to be a big star.
You good looking.
I'm telling you guys right now, Tom Holland is going to win an Oscar one of these days. He's already got the Spider-Man franchise down. Sony produced Spider-Man and Sony produced the Uncharted movie. Man, Sony's really pleased with Tom Holland. Yeah, he's good. I am 100% guaranteed on the bandwagon for Tom. I'm a team Tom Holland. He shines in this movie. He really does. This movie was so fun to watch. I was enjoying because it's not a sequel, and it's not a superhero movie, okay? And I really enjoyed this. The only people that are not going to like it are probably video gamers.
Fucking Wayne, pause it. All right, I'll pause it. Jesus Christ. Like you've scored all day.
Yeah, I don't want to mention names. Jeremy Jones! He said that Tom Holland was too young to play Nathan Drake.
They found me.
What? Are you kidding me? Tom Holland was too young to play Nathan Drake. So they made him younger. They want to expand the series and they want to see him grow into the character. I don't freaking care. He also said, why watch the movie when you can experience the game and put yourself into the game? Duh.
Welcome back, Captain Obvious.
Yes, I am.
That it's got action, it's got a mystery kind of, because he's like a treasure hunter. He's going after this treasure, and the bad guys want the treasure, and then but he doesn't really want the treasure. It's Mark Wahlberg's character Sully that wants the treasure, and he pulls in Tom Holland to help him, and he dangles this little tidbit of information from if we find the treasure, we'll be able to find your brother, your lost brother. So Tom Holland's in it to find his brother, and most importantly, the camera wasn't steady cam and it wasn't close up. you know, I could actually see who was hitting who in the fights.
Right turn, Clyde.
Which, you know, was a pleasure. Because when I watch a fight in a movie, I want to be able to tell who's hitting who. You know, we all do. Yeah, and the CGI kills. You know it's CGI, but you actually like looking to see like if you can see the CGI in it, and I couldn't. It was so well done. It was just so well done. And there's no ridiculous shit in it. All right? Like the Fast and the Furious movies, there's no ridiculous crap in this movie.
Two dudes from the ghetto. Outer space.
None. The only faults in Uncharted, it has to do with stealing, okay? They're treasure hunters, they're thieves, and Tom Holland's kind of like a I don't know, he's not really a thief. He works at a bar. Adventure is not an occupation. Tom Holland's standing 4 feet away from the character of Chloe Frazier, I think her name is. She's a character that's in the movie that's also in the video game, which is kind of cool that it, you know, I've never played the game. I don't know if she is a character in the video game, but I found out she was, and it's cool that she's in there. But she's standing like 2 or 3 feet away from Tom Holland, who has like this golden cross. Okay, that's one of the treasures that they have to use to find the other treasures. He's got it in his backpack on his back, and he's standing like 3 feet away from her. She walks away, doesn't bump into him, just, you know, standing 3 feet away, and then talks to him for a second and then leaves. And magically, she somehow stole the cross out of his backpack.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, you know, they could have done something. The director, Ruben Fleischer, I think his name is. Maybe he was smoking crack that day.
Today, what I'd like to do is talk about Asperger's syndrome.
I don't know. Maybe he missed the medication dosage. Dose. Let me talk about the villains. We have 2 female, I don't know, protagonists or antagonists? What's the, I gotta look up the meaning of those, because I keep hearing people talk, yeah, he's the protagonist. No, she's the antagonist. So anyways, there's 2 female leads in this, and one of them is named Braddock. She's like, Antonio Banderas is the male the bad guy, okay? Braddock is his henchman. Chloe Frazier is the other female lead, and she plays this like person that is also trying to find these golden crosses that's going to lead to the bigger treasure. So anyways, but let me talk about Braddock. Yeah, Braddock is played by Tati Gabriel. I think that's her name. She looks like a villain. She just, you know, the way she did her makeup and her hair, and it's just, she has this like, this sinister, evil look about her. She almost like, but to me, she kind of looks like disappearing ink on Batman Beyond, the animated series.
Oh yes, your reward.
Yeah, that's this movie goes into that trope, like with most movies, you know, where the villains are kind of like usually all in black. Almost if the villain, you know, if it was a guy villain, he'd have a mustache with the, you know, it curled up in the ends, like, yeah.
You don't say.
But it doesn't go that far. But still, they look, you know, she looks like a villain, but it works here. It works for me. I really wanted to see a villain that looked like a villain in this. See, here's the thing. Braddock, she's a henchman of Antonio Banderas, and she goes around like kicking butt and taking names. What kind of like took me out of it is like her character through the whole movie wears 5-inch heels.
There's no way in hell a career waitress comes to work in high heels. She'd have blisters the size of pancakes before lunch.
No female who's going to be on her feet all day in a job where you're on your feet all day is going to wear, 5-inch heels. They could have like easily put her in some kind of shoe that didn't have a heel.
These shoes light up.
She still could have done it, and it would have been easier on that actress. Either way, she is fantastic. You know, I mean, she comes on screen and she just like, you know, your eyes are fixated on her. I hope she's in the sequel if they decide to make a sequel somehow. And Chloe Frazier, She's kind of like on the good guy's side. She's kind of like on Tom Holland's side, who plays Nathan Drake. Okay, that's his name, Nathan Drake. But there's this getting to know her phase. It's kind of like, do I trust her? Do I not trust her? I don't know. Chloe Frazer, she does, the actress that plays her is, who plays her? Sophia Taylor Ali. The acting in here is like flawless, except for Mark Wahlberg. I don't know. There's Mark Wahlberg fans up there. I'm sorry, but to me, the guy can't act. He just can't act. He's just like, he phones in every performance. He doesn't bring anything extra to the table. That's just me. Yeah, the female antagonists here are like, they're remarkable. I love the actresses in this movie. I love all the actors in this movie. It's, like I said, it's so well done. Like, as far as new movies go, there's been like a lot of flops, and there's been movies that I didn't even want to see. But Uncharted, I was so afraid it was going to be bad. I was so afraid this was going to suck, but it didn't. And so it's really hard for me to describe how good I felt watching this movie. There, I said it. But it was, there's a Scottish henchman, like, sounds just like Brad Pitt from Snatch. You can't understand a word he says. His accent is so thick.
The stylish house frame furniture and the Scar cushions with mats and shack by Clover.
Like, fans of the video game will see parts of the video game in this movie. It took a scene from, I think it's Uncharted 3, the video game Uncharted 3 for PS4. The cargo scene on the plane, which you guys all have seen in the commercials. Yeah, that's in here, and that was done well. I could believe that happening. I could. I didn't have any problems with it at all. Tom Holland was terrific in it. I just love this movie. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, I love that scene too. Now I want to play the video games.
Found the ships though, didn't I? You couldn't find your own ass with both hands.
And a map.
At the time I'm making this video, tonight, I'm going to go on PlayStation Store. I'm going to buy the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which is Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4 games. I'm going to buy it for I think it's like $9.99. They're on sale.
Heads up.
I'm going to do it because this movie made me want to play the games. That's how good this movie is. I hope they make a sequel. Tom Holland, man, I hope he makes this a series. I hope I hope he gets 5 movies out of this. I really do. Yeah, but like I said, Mark Wahlberg, no.
Well, if it's all the same, I'd like to continue calling him Fartface.
Let's talk about one of the really good actors that really stands out in this movie, because he stands out in every freaking film he's in. Antonio Banderas, he is so good. He's good in everything, right? I just love Antonio Banderas. He's really good in this. He plays the villain, but hey, even though he's the villain and Tom Holland is Nathan Drake, the hero, supposedly, don't get your hopes up and expect a fight between those two. But he shines in this. I think everybody shines in this. Mark Wahlberg, you can't tell a joke to save your life. I can't say enough about this. I watched it 2 times. Yeah, the only thing this movie is missing is Nathan Drake's brother Sam, who he's searching for.
Hi, this is Sam!
That's my review for the movie Uncharted. I totally loved it. It's a fun time at the movie theaters. Go there, get your soda, get some popcorn, get some candy, whatever you do. I had me a hot chocolate. And yeah, the director, Ruben Fleischer, he also directed Zombieland, okay? Zombieland, and he also directed Venom with Tom Hardy. Yeah, so then those movies were good. So that gives you kind of idea of this guy's track record. I'm going to go watch it probably a 3rd time. I'm going to download the video game tonight. Take my advice, watch this movie. And once again, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was informative. And I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope all you guys take care. And hopefully, I will see you in the next video. Catch you later.